our own and that of our parents' memories. The Oliveira family arrives in the town of Pedra Branca in northeast Brazil. Mother Maria and father Manuel had fled this region in search of a better life in the big city of Sao Paulo. Manuel had 20 brothers and sisters, 7 already dead, some buried here in the town cemetery.
We can only become that which our potential as an individual allows. But at the same time, what we in fact do become depends on what the environment permits and encourages to develop or discourages.
Yuri Bronfenbrenner, professor of human development at Cornell, grandfather of 9.
Shall I tell your fortune? Tell your fortune. You are going to be a very happy person because you have such a nice mom and dad.
Bronfenbrenner thinks the idea of development being either nature or nurture is out of date. He says it's interaction between the developing organism and the total environment that makes human beings human.
And as for the idea that all this happens in the first few years of life, that too is not altogether correct. Because unlike other species that do have so-called critical periods, where if it doesn't happen by a certain age, it can't happen at all, we, as the human species, are relatively free of that, and development is possible at any age.
For the first time, Maria and Manuel brought their family back to the people and places of their own childhood.
Às vezes o tempo não dá, né, filha? A gente não tem nem tempo para conversar com vocês lá, sabe? O tempo que a gente lá só tem tempo para trabalhar, né?
É, trabalho, escola, muito corrida a vida da gente.
O que você fazia? Trabalhava na roça nesse sol quente, rachando a cabeça no meio do sol. Chegava em casa,
For the young Oliveiras, this was a visit to a childhood that could have been theirs. The life Maria and Manuel left behind is still being led by the relatives who stayed. Some of Manuel's nephews and nieces have been out in the fields picking beans since early morning. This is a region of drought and then of deluge, a place notorious for hunger and misery and shriveled hopes. But somehow, for Maria and Manuel, a choice was possible.
E ela ainda teve tempo para estudar ainda, e eu não tive jeito nenhum. Pelo menos um pouquinho, eu não estudei nada. Minha escola efetiva foi uns 15 dias só. Uns 15 dias, pelo menos ainda aprendi a fazer meu nome, né? Sei ler alguma coisa, né? Alguma coisinha, pouco, sei.
Como é que era a sua vida com ele? Não sei. É bem frio. Ele nunca fez carinho na gente, nada, bem frio mesmo, bem estúpido.
Maria's father still lives in Pedra Branca. When his second wife died, he pulled Regina, Maria's half-sister, out of school to take care of his house. He'd done the same to Maria when she was young, until she had enough and left. For much of human history, children have been treated as economic assets as much as objects of affection.
Você gostaria de morar aqui, Simone?
Vem, Sérgio.
Vem.
Vem, filha, vem.
Olha lá a vaca, ó. Vem.
Vem.
Vem, Sérgio. Me empacou, parece um burrinho. Vem.
Nós chega já, vem aí. Vem, garoto.
Você é muito atrevida, hein?
Parents also are given 2 childhoods. In our children, we all have a second chance. By giving them the happiness we might have missed, we can go home again.
Ai, pronto.
Segura o cachorro. Segura o cachorro, pelo amor de Deus.
Manuel's mother had a large farm, but a poor one. No electricity, no indoor plumbing. This was the first time grandmother would meet the grandchildren.
Oi,
Como é que vai, meu filho?
vem, mas senhora.
Eu vou viver, como é que vai, meu filho?
Deus te abençoe, meu filho.
Nova ainda.
Meu filho, tu já tô velha, meu filho.
Não,
Maria,
tá
tua
nova.
tá acabada. Como é que vai, Maria?
E a turma aí?
Ficou bem, como é que vai você?
Across the miles and all the years, what family resemblances could grandmother see in Sandra and Simone, or they in her?
Como é que vai, minha filha? Boa?
One reason for the trip was to show grandmother her newest grandson, Sidney, 6 months old.
Nossa Senhora, tipo de fortuna e felicidade. Bichinho tudo rápido.
Vamos, Maria.
Years lived apart meant even relatives had to be reintroduced.
É sobrinha? É.
É assim da Chiquinha?
É.
Ah. Eu dei fortuna.
For 2-year-old Sue Ellen, all this was very strange. The city and the country cousins were connected by blood, but separated by time and place, chance and choice. Maria and Manuel had set their children on the path to different worlds. Next day, the special meal for city guests.
Estão contentes, estão satisfeitos porque não tem nada, o que tem é da M6, né? Lá que a gente tem, já tem que pensar o que vai fazer com ele, né? Porque de repente vem a conta de luz, vem a conta de água, vem a prestação da casa, vem uma receita de farmácia, né? Um vale de farmácia, né? E assim por diante, né? Assim por diante.
Grandfather had gone away 17 years before.
Vou começando que eu tô com fome. Vou esperar muito tempo. Ai, meu Deus. Esperar muito tempo. Não.
Cadê?
Grandmother's house was full year-round, with grandchildren sent back from hard times in the big cities, as well as with her own sons and daughters.
É bom? Está gostando? Não está gostando, não.
How can we understand why Manuel turned out so differently from the brothers and sisters he grew up with?
Because each child comes with a unique set of genes and experiences,